Imagine traveling and this is all you need for your whole face. One palette and one mascara. That's it. How easy is that? Well, you're in the right place if you're searching the best way and easiest way to travel with makeup. It will not hold you up in TSA lines, your whole entire face in one palette, and this coming from a 30-year pro makeup artist and a makeup snob. I'm glad you're here. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm a 30-year professional makeup artist who stumbled upon Seint about 2.5 years ago, and no one is more shocked than me that I fell in love with this makeup. The most important thing is your whole face can fit into one palette, and I'm getting ready to board a plane tomorrow. So happy that all I have to bring is this and a mascara, and then I depot some of my skincare into small little travel sizes. Easy. Okay, so I come from a world of luxury. I was a YSL girl, Chanel, Dior. Who else did I love that was high end? You get it. Shiseido. I know that's not always luxury. Clé de Peau. I did it all, okay? But I like drugstore too, so check out my drugstore videos. But I wanted nothing to do with this whole system. This was, seriously, this was beneath me. And I hate to say that because it's so beautiful, but this was just something girls online sold. This wasn't serious makeup. And then as I, kind of wrapped up menopause and now I'm post-menopause, my under eyes, nothing was looking pretty under my eyes. My skin was changing. Our estrogen drops. We start to dry out. And so I first was introduced to Demi. Okay. So I bought the Demi for my under eyes and I loved it so much. And I didn't love it at first. I reached out to my Seint artist, who's Amanda Hill. And I'm like, Amanda, I don't know about this. And she's like, keep playing with it. You're probably layering on too much. I was. So I learned how to play with it. Loved it so much. Bought the whole system of Demi. I bought all the colors because I wanted it in my pro kit. I used it on a national Frigidaire commercial that next month. This was January 2022. And it was so beautiful as a color corrector under eyes. And my family was African American, so they had that deep, rich skin. And so I used Demi under their eyes, and it was absolutely beautiful on high def. I was standing at the monitors. I was really scrutinizing how they looked, and it just looked like skin. And it's hard to do that on high def because high def, you can see makeup if you're not super light-handed. So cut to, well, I thought, well, maybe I should probably try the rest of it. I should probably try the 3D side of it. And I didn't love it. And it was still back when we were kind of wearing masks. And I didn't love how this felt under a mask. And I was putting it on too thick and it was sliding all over the place. And I thought, normally I would just give up. But I'm like, no, I'm a 2-3 decade professional makeup artist. I can make this work. And I kept playing with it and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it and I couldn't wait to tell other mature women about it. And I love the testimonials I get from so many of you, and you send me photos and your husbands love how you look and your friends can't believe what you're doing differently. And so I know this works. I'm not delusional. I have too many testimonials of women who feel really beautiful in their mature skin because cream makeup is the way to go. More importantly, I didn't know how to necessarily help women design a whole face. Like I could send you to Maybelline for this and go get this Dior and go get this, Danessa Myricks and go this MAC Cosmetics. And it was just all so spread out and I didn't know how to help you. And so when I learned that you could do a whole face in one compact, I'm like, bingo, now I can help women with their whole face. So anyway, here we are. Okay, I am getting on a plane tomorrow. I am going to Los Angeles. I have some exciting news. I am really a big fan of Donnie Davy. She is the department head makeup artist for the show Euphoria. I don't watch Euphoria because it's really tough content for me. My brother struggled with drugs, and so it's just a really hard show. I can't watch it, but I love the makeup. Oh my gosh, it's like graphic eyes and jewels and studs and glitter, and it's just so fun. It appeals to me as an artist, and I really love Donnie. She created this great look for the show, and she designed the brand called Half Magic, and they would send me some in PR, and I fell in love with it. And so if you ever see me in a video where I'm wearing like crazy glitter or rhinestones on my face, that's all Half Magic. Well, I do a lot of makeup with their products, and so Donnie is getting ready to do a big photo shoot for their next big launch in August, and she said, Michelle, I need a mature model, and you popped into my mind instantly. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel so invisible. I never feel invisible here on YouTube because we're a tight community, and I feel very seen here, and I hope you feel seen here. But I feel sometimes invisible on TikTok, on Instagram. And so the fact that Donnie thought of me when she wanted a mature model, and I remember her very first campaign where she used a woman who was probably in her 70s, and she, you know, she had all the life on her face of a 70-year-old woman, and she had silver hair, and it was all like up in a cool updo, and she had studs on her face, and I'm like, yes, this is what we need. We want to see representation, but not just like Bobbi Brown pretty makeup. We want to see funky women too, because not everyone is Bobbi Brown natural, even though I love that look, but I also love funky girl, and we can do that at any age. And so the fact that Donnie wanted me to be in her photo shoot for their next big product launch in April meant the world to me. So I'm getting on a plane tomorrow. We shoot all day Friday in Los Angeles, and I'm coming right back home. It's a real fast trip, but I will be able to tell you all about it in August. I've signed an NDA. I can't talk about it. I can't post photos, but I just want you to know. I also love Half Magic because for me, it doesn't really conflict with Seint. They don't have complexion. They might someday, but I don't know, it's just fun. I sometimes wear Seint and Half Magic, and so I never feel like it's a conflict of interest. Although, you know me, I represent all brands. I also have some big news coming later this week, and I can't tell you what that is either, but just so you know, Seint is always my number one, okay? Seint is my number one. It's the best way that I can help women. It's the best way I can help you troubleshoot. It's the best way I can help you with skincare when we're all doing the same system together. And I've been doing it 2.5 years, and so I really understand the makeup with different skin types and different skincare and just different stages of life, and postmenopause and premenopause. And so I really, truly love this system. And just so you know, this will always be my number one. So when you see a big announcement soon about me, just know that it has nothing to do with Seint. Seint will always be here. I will always be here representing Seint. Okay. Sorry, that was a lengthy introduction. Okay, I'm getting on a plane, and I just want to put my whole face in one palette. I'm going to bring some French face from my friend Leah's company, Maxine's Revenge, because I'm actually staying with Leah for a few nights, and so we're going to probably do some fun videos together. But I want my whole face, and so I just designed it. You get to design your compact any way you want. Your palettes you can design any way you want. But what I like to do is, just for me, I'm not telling someone they need a separate palette. I love my demi to be in here. It's just 6 little pans. I can identify it quickly. I know exactly what I need. It's all in here. This is my whole face of demi. I rarely even use all of them, but there it is, right? So I love keeping my demi separate. I don't know why, I just do. I love this little compact. I recommend if you're brand new to Seint, getting a double decker. This is called the, what is this one called? The 18. Yeah, this is called the 18 because it holds 9 full pans, but it can also hold a ton of eyeshadows. I like to keep my shadows separate from my creams just because, now I do have a powder up here, and when I hit pan, I usually get rid of it, but since I'm traveling, if it cracks or anything, I don't want to crack a new one, so there you go. But so far I've traveled a bunch with this, and even all the way to Hawaii, and nothing's ever been broken. So I'm real quickly gonna put on a quick face of what I'm probably gonna wear on the plane tomorrow, and this way I can pop all of my brushes in here. This is not a Seint brush holder, but I love it because it holds double-ended brushes. And I think I'm gonna go in real quickly with just a little bit of amber, in the middle of my face where we have the most texture. Yeah, looks good. Now I have a different sunscreen on today. I'm trying this out for my gals with acne. This is Tizo. And if you don't know Tizo, it is a acne safe sunscreen. This one is tinted, and it's okay. I don't know that I love it, but I'm testing it out, and so we will see how it does. So far it looks great under Seint, so that's good. And now I'm gonna go in with Candlelit. It's a little bit lighter and more neutral. It's still kind of got some gold tone to it. And notice how I'm not doing the whole forehead. That's because we're gonna put bronzer up here, and the bronzer does have a tiny bit of coverage in it, so I don't need coverage at the top of my forehead. And because I did a Mandelic peel last week, I'm pouncing this on. I find when I pounce it on, it doesn't exfoliate. Sometimes if you rub a brush, it'll exfoliate your skin and then you're left with a big flaky, gross mess. Sometimes that flaky mess can just be sunscreen not agreeing with the formula of makeup, and it rolls and it pills, and doesn't that just make you so nuts? I get so nuts when that happens. I get so mad. Okay. I'm gonna do a tiny bit. I rarely put makeup on my eyelids, but today I'm going to. I gotta be careful. I'm rubbing my face and I can see flakes starting, and I did not have any flakes before I started makeup. All right, let me blend that in with a sponge. All right, I pounced it all in, and I know once I get a little bit of bronzer on, I'll start to feel a little more myself. I'm not really going very tan this summer, just because when I tan, it makes all of my sunspots, all my sun damage darkens too, and I hate that. So I'm probably gonna still stay somewhat pale. I could change my mind, but I might stay somewhat pale. I am getting a spray tan on Thursday. Because of the photo shoot, you always want to look a little bit, maybe not as pasty on camera, but I just have it on real lightly. You can still see my skin peeking through. And remember, you can always go in, I have a video on this, you can always go in and identify where you want more coverage and build up another layer. Just like you paint a wall. You don't paint 3 coats all at once. You wait for a coat to dry, you stand back, you look at it, then you're like, yeah, it definitely needs another coat. You go in with another coat, and then sometimes you stand back and you're like, do I need a 3rd coat? Well, maybe I see a little skin down here that needs a little, you know what I mean? And then you can go in and identify where you need more coverage. I'm gonna go in with Demi right now. I know that I'm taking Demi with me, and as I use each brush, I'm gonna pop it right in here so that I don't forget to bring it. So with Demi, I just very much love, where is my mirror? Where is my Demi mirror? Huh, oh, here it is. I need my Ilios Magnification mirror, okay? So I'm gonna go in. By the way, I have a little Aquaphor on. If you didn't watch my Aquaphor video, go watch it from last Wednesday, because it's kind of amazing the difference it makes under the eye. It's not for everyone. I might do a video soon on how to get rid of milia if you get milia under your eye. I know that dermatologists and estheticians will not like me doing a video on that, but I don't care. I am trying to help the woman out there who has milia, wants to get rid of it, but doesn't have the money. I never did. I never had dermatology on any of my benefits, so it was not covered under insurance, so dermatologists would just have been out of pocket. And maybe if a visit was only $70 and a service was whatever, I didn't have $100 to $150 for them to remove milia. You can also go to an esthetician, but the same thing, like it's gonna cost you money, and I never had that. I mean, that's how broke we were for 10 years. We lived paycheck to paycheck. We did not have the money for little things like that. So I'm gonna tell you how I got rid of my milia. I maybe get milia once a year, maybe once a year. I really am not very prone to it. Some people are prone to it, and I understand how frustrating that may be. Now, if you're the type that has like 10, 20, lots and lots of milia all around the eyes, that's something I really do think you have to go see a professional. But I am gonna probably do a video soon on how to get rid of milia, because I did it. I didn't have a choice. I also got rid of skin tags on my own because I didn't have money to go to a doctor and get any of that done. Okay, so there is 03 under the eye, and I might just stay, well, no, I probably am gonna go in with my NR1. I'm gonna go in with my NR1, which you know I call the magic color. I pick it up with the fluffy brush, and then I just kind of lightly sweep it under the eye. And it kind of deepens and lightens and softens, and that's why I call it the magic color. It's actually slightly deepening our under eye, but in such a natural kind of a gray beige way that it kind of cancels any red. If you're the type that have little puffy bags under the eyes, it can kind of knock those back. If you have a dark circle, it can kind of lighten those. So it kind of lightens and darkens all at the same time. It's really unique. So that's the NR1. I'm done with this brush. That's gonna go in my little container. And then I need a little spot brush. Well, you know what? I'm gonna use this brush. Of course, it's not numbered, it's not labeled, but it's the one that looks like this on this side and flat on this side. So irritating. Just put the brush name on the brush. Okay, so I'm going in with a little demi. Sometimes I just like to take my finger, because around the nose, I feel like I need it on a little heavier. We don't really show age around the nose, so it's not like it's gonna, my nose is still flaking from that mandelic peel. I still have little flakes. Okay. I like to get a little bit of that red around the nose. Sometimes it helps just to pat, but not rub it. I'm patting it in. And then it kind of got rid of that red really nicely in a camouflaged way. Okay. My eyes, I'm not gonna do my eyes today. I usually don't do heavy eye makeup on a plane, but I'm gonna bring all of my favorite colors here that I love so much. This is Moscow. I'm gonna probably wear this a lot on my eyelid, because look how pretty that is. It's just a really pretty, oh, love that. That shimmery copper, I love that. That'll be great on my eyelids. We're not gonna, other than the photo shoot, we're not gonna really go too much. I'm not visiting family, I'm not visiting friends. I just don't have time for any of that. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my bronzer brush, and I'm going to pick up some Is that Bella? Oh my gosh, I don't even know if this is Bella or not. Let's see. Terrible when you can't tell. Oops. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Show must go on. Oh, that's Cedar. So this is Bella? Why does it look so dark? Yeah, that's Bella. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go in with Bella, and you kind of have to pinch this unless you buy two Bellas side by side, which I've done that before. It actually works. But we're gonna do a tiny bit of bronzer just to give my 5 head a little bit of dimension. I'm glad I'm doing a dry run now, because when I go to get ready tomorrow morning, now I don't have to think about what I'm taking. I don't have to think about how it's gonna look. But see how it gives me a little bit of dimension at the top of my forehead, and then I like a little bit of Bella on the outer face, just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. I like to go really natural. I might not even wear makeup some days in California. It's just so nice to have a breather. Don't you love spending time with friends where you don't have to look like anything but what you want to look like? Just look like yourself. That's how Leah and I are together. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a little tiny bit of bronzer down the neck, just a little bit, not much. Okay. Again, not gonna do eyes just so I can save time, but I can go in with this little smudge brush and just do a little bit of bronzer on the eyes. I already have my brows on. I am taking Dream shadow too. Now Dream can do my eyebrows really well. Dream turns kind of reddish in the brows, so it's great with my new hair color. So I am bringing Dream, but I'm also bringing my favorite Kosas micro pencil, because it's just so teeny tiny. Okay, so that's probably all I'm gonna do. Whatever's left over, I can always take a little bit on my nose. But that's all I'm gonna do for my eyes with a little mascara. Again, I travel really lightly. I will take a little powder. I love this little wash brush. I think it's a wash brush. I'm gonna take some of our powder. Kind of go over everything. Okay, and then take a little bit of blush. I think I'm gonna do Tropicana. I like Tropicana because it's not as sheer and glossy as a gloss, but it's not as flat as the satin. It's a semi-gloss. I wish we made more semi-glosses because I really like Tropicana. This is Tropicana in the middle right here. It's kind of a really pretty peach. I would call it a true peach, but it's not light like Saint Tropez. It actually has little depth of color, and then it's a semi-gloss. So it's gonna have this little bit of sheen to it, but not as much sheen as the gloss, but it stays on longer than the glosses do. And I really love Tropicana for summer. Just feels very summery to me. But it's not as flat as the satins can be. Okay. see. Yeah, that works. I'm not liking my hair. I need a haircut. I don't know. I'm just in a mood, y'all. I am just blah. I don't know if it's allergies. I know that I'm kind of burned out. I'm kind of fried. I really do need a little time off. For that reason, I'm not even doing a YouTube on Saturday. I really need time off, but I had to do travel. I had to do a travel palette today anyway, so I thought let's make the most of it. A lot of people like to know what to take when they travel. So this is why we stay. I'm not even putting that on great, but I do love Strip Down. That is by MAC. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of the Tropicana. Oh yeah, that's nice. I think for us mature girls, we have to do a pencil. We have to do a pencil with the cheek and lip. You can see younger Seint girls, they'll just do whatever's on their cheek, they'll do on their lips. But you gotta remember, a lot of them are younger than us. They have more plump, pillowy lips and a lot of lip injections out there, which I'm not against, but we can't compare our maturing lips to young, plump lips and then add lip filler. Lip filler casts a natural contour. They're gonna have natural shadowing around their mouth anyway from the lip injections, and so they can put a color on with their finger and it looks great. We can't. So there really aren't that, I mean, I can do Seint cheek colors on my lips, but I have to have a lot of lip liner, and some days I just don't want to wear a lot of lip liner. Okay, I'm gonna do mascara and I'll be back. Okay, I did a little mascara. I have the Milk, but I'm also gonna take my Milani, which is tubing, and I'm gonna take, I love this Revlon Extensionaire. Those are all going in here. Okay, so there you have it. I always take this Ilios everywhere I go. I never go a day without using this, even here. I mean, this is amazing. So I'll put this link in there for you, but I'm taking my Ilios. I'm taking, look at that, it's magnetic. I'm taking my Seint. There we go. Isn't that great? Taking my Demi. Here's my brushes, my mascara, my brow pencil. This is all I need to travel, this little tiny bit. And then an SPF, my favorite, Naked Sundays. I can put that link in for you too. I just wanted you to see sometimes it's really great for women to have a visual. And like I said, I could easily put Demi in here and then I just have one palette, but I don't know, I just like having that separate little palette of Demi. So there you have it, travel makeup. I've taken this on a Virgin cruise. I've taken this all the way to Hawaii. I've taken this to California. It's so easy to travel with. It never gets flagged on your carry-on because it's just little flat pans of cream. So it's great and it looks so pretty close up. Now, if I was going out at night or for a really nice dinner, I would just beef up my eye makeup, but I would leave my face very much like this, very more European and French with a little skin peeking through and just a little bit of a glow. That's just my jam, but it is so pretty, even close up. That's why we've all called ourselves here the Look Good Close Up Club, because Seint is so pretty close up. I did do the Aquaphor in my parentheses and under my eyes, and I did notice it on this eye. I must have had the Demi on too thick because the Demi was creasing a little bit, but I literally just do this. And once I pat out that excess, I'm good for the day. I won't have to pat it out again. But if you do, you can just, that's it, okay? I'm taking my sponge with me. I love that sponge. And that's it. So I can't wait to see, you know, your travel routine. I can't wait to help you if you are new to Seint and you want to strike up your own palette with all your own fun colors. I do color matches specifically for you. It's not generic. I mean, everyone, sometimes I'll do generic blushes that I find work for everyone. Like I kind of tell everyone, hey, Madrid is a really pretty soft rose to start with. But everyone gets variations, and definitely your foundation, your demi, those are all very specific to your skin. You have to send me a barefaced selfie, and then I identify your coloring, and I send you a color match. So you can always get a free color match with me. You know, I'm going to be a little bit slower while I'm traveling, and you never know what the Wi-Fi is like on the planes, but I'll do my best to get back to you in a timely manner. And I think that's it for now. I will be back next week. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about, but you better believe next week, Wednesday night, we will have another Seint video. I'm thinking maybe eyeshadows. And I think that's it for now. So thank you for being here. Happy traveling, safe travels for you. I pray a hedge of protection around you as you travel, and God's just goodness and grace over your life. He loves you so much. I love you too, and I'm happy you're here. Bye for now.